Hey everybody, Matthew J here for another video today talking about to just let be and live. Kind of a, untouched territory topic, I think. And what I mean by this is for things to work out in life, you need to really let go in a sense. You need to just be and let things flow naturally. That doesn't mean you shouldn't, be doing things and achieving things and, working hard. But you need to really let things flow the world naturally and let your guard down of your energy and stuff. Because when you're all tense, impatient, frustrated, things do not work out typically. Things will not, flow to you so easily. Things will not run smoothly in life. So you need to, plan for what you want, do what you want, but then you have to let the world work out the way it's supposed to. And you have to be happy and excited for what's going to happen and whatever does happen. And, if things didn't happen the way you wanted to, well, you just got to continue to work at it and improve and be better. But when you when your energy is flowing correctly, you're happy, you're excited, you're not stressed and impatient, you're gonna make better decisions. Things are gonna people will gravitate towards you easily. People will offer you things, people will want to help you more. So I talk about energy it's spiritual, but it has a perfect, relation to reality and human nature laws almost. So when you have that negative emotion built up in you, for some reason most things do not work, because when you have that impatient, negative, worry, whatever different emotions like that, you start to conduct yourself differently. You'll act differently. You won't accept things maybe. So you won't love people as much. Where once you have that good, open, flowing, positive energy, you start to act in your best self. And then people will see that, notice it, and things will happen to you. Amazing things will happen to you nonstop. When I was younger, when I was 20, I was, so optimistic in life, and so many things worked out for me. I became a stock trader, never had no serious education, and just learned on my own, had so much success for 5 years or so. Got into real estate investing, so much success. Everything I did kind of just worked, and I had no formal education or anything like that. But I was a super positive, happy person, and I never thought about that stuff at all. It's just how I am. Just have a lot of passion and energy. And then, when I was 25 or so, I want bigger and better things, and I'm not really satisfied with what I have. Even though I was, I'm very grateful, and I knew I was achieving pretty well for my age, or people around me or whatever. But I started to create negative energy because I wanted to go to some next big higher levels, achieve much more things, and I started to get disappointed more, as often everyone happens, where for people it may happen I'm not married yet, I don't have my home yet, I don't have my career, or I'm not at a certain status of it. And then you start to really backpedal and create negative energy. And then nothing starts to work. For me, stock trading for 5 years successfully, and then I almost couldn't trade for a year or two. Nothing worked out. And then same with other projects, same deal. And I've often talked about this with why do, when people are young, out of high school, go into college, get a degree, after the degree they get a job, most likely, typically, get a job, then get a house, get married, have kids, and their life just keeps blooming and blooming and blooming. But then as they get older, a lot of times people start to go downwards when like you should be more educated and start to become more successful, and like, you know, people get so like accumulate so much and do so much in those like 10-15 years, and then they just stall and then eventually start to go downward, especially with their happiness. And that's because they're super excited and optimistic, and they have faith that things are going to work out. I'm not talking about God, just that faith gives you a positive, good energy flow. And then that faith is like giving you like excitement to try things, to put drive in, to be determined, to make things happen. And it's incredible how like so many great things happen. And it's when you're like least educated, or, you know, you have your least experience in the world and life, and you make so much happen then. And then you start to go downwards. Doesn't make sense. And then a lot of people, once they start to get close to retirement, so much more worse. So many people getting close to retirement, in retirement, like their whole life starts to like dismantle, and nothing works because they're starting to like be so concerned and worried about like, you know, like they're not going to have enough money for retirement. You know, their skills aren't up to par. Their life just is not going to work out for them anymore. And then it doesn't at all. Death's coming upon them maybe, and they start to freak out in life, or they're thinking about it at least. And all that energy starts to create all that, because then you're just focusing on all those negative energies, and you have those negative emotions, and how can you, you know, focus on like what you want, how you're going to make it happen, like you do when you're 20 years old and 25 years old. You plan and you go and get it, and it all happens. So you need to just be and let be, and live in the moment, focus on what you need and want, and make it happen. And it doesn't matter your age or anything, you can make stuff happen. That's why like when we're young, amazing things can happen. This day and age, we're seeing like, you know, 16-year-olds becoming multi-millionaires and being super successful. And, you know, how does that happen? You know, you're seeing people in their 20s becoming billionaires. It's crazy. So don't be impatient. Be and just be. Have good positive emotions. Plan what you want. All the things will come to you that you want. Just work hard on the things you want, and let the universe take care of the rest. I hope this makes sense. Let me know in the comment section. Like this video. Subscribe to me, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.